Robin, this is really troubling. Experts say to pull this off, scammers only need a little material, maybe just an innocent video you post to TikTok or Instagram, and using AI, your voice can be replicated to be used in a ripoff just like this.
Hold on, before we go on, I want to discuss something. Senator Blumenthal just came up with a fake recording of himself, and he literally wanted to show all the rest of the senators at a hearing that the danger of AI and how incredibly convincing it can be.
This is not the future we want.
If you were listening from home, you might have thought that voice was mine and the words from me. But in fact, that voice was not mine.
You're watching a California grandmother hand over thousands of dollars after falling victim to a scam. 89-year-old Shirley got a call last week and saw her grandson's name on the caller ID.
Now, typically, this is called the grandma scam. And typically what happens is, you know, someone will call impersonating either your grandson or your granddaughter, and they will, and believe me, victims people were falling victims to this, and they would literally turn around and say, you know, I'm injured, I got into a car accident, I need money. And unfortunately, because of the lack of communication between family members, which I still don't understand fully why this is happening, they end up falling victim to scam, except that now with AI, it's becoming a lot more dangerous.
He picked up and heard a voice that she says sounded exactly like him, saying that he'd been in an accident.
And he said, "Grandma, I broke my nose."
The person on the line handed the phone to a person Shirley was told was her grandson's attorney, who told her her grandson had been arrested for hitting another car and injuring a pregnant woman.
Now, at this point, you know that the grandmother's believing it, because not only she's not getting another person impersonating her grandson, she is literally getting her grandson's voice. And how does this happen? I'm going to tell you how. Because AI has the ability to go, anyone can do this now. They can go to social media, and if you have a Facebook account and you post a family get-together, they catch your granddaughter or grandson's voice. All they need is a few seconds of the voice, and they can recreate an hour's worth of the voice of your grandchild speaking. Now that makes it more realistic, and that is super way dangerous.
Of course, very shook up.
That person telling Shirley if she paid more than $9,000 in cash, the charges would be dropped. Shirley went to the bank and got the cash and is seen on this video handing it over. Moments later, she received another call saying the pregnant woman's baby had died and that the charges were now more serious.
That whole story is all fake. None of it is true. There wasn't a pregnant woman. Her grandson was not involved in an accident. Here's the part I don't understand. This is important for everybody to get. You need to get together with your elderly grandparents or parents, and you need to come up with some, first of all, you have to have communication with them. If you find out what's new in their lives, they will tell you what's been happening. But more importantly, you need to come up with something, because what ABC News is telling you here is that in the Good Morning America segment, they're telling you what happened. What they're not telling you is how to fix that problem.
I was hysterical almost. I cried. This lady had lost a baby, and that my grandson was going to be charged with murder.
The person on the line demanding an additional $5,000, which she also handed over. Shirley not realizing she was being fooled until she finally called her grandson.
I think it's absolutely...
Now hold on. She called her grandson. What's wrong with calling the parents, your kids? See, this is where there's a disconnect. I think that when a grandparent gets a call like this, the first call should be to that grandchild's parents, which is your kids, and ask them, is Tommy in an accident? Was Jenny in an accident? Then this way, they can tell you right off the bat, no, it's probably a scam, don't do it. But more importantly, what GMA is not telling you is what we're going to tell you here today. And that's, every family should have a password or a passphrase that, it's almost like an authentication kind of thing. They have to give this password in order for the grandparent to continue the conversation. So because the voices are so realistic now, and it looks like it's going to come from the actual child, which the voice will be exactly theirs, then you can't tell whether, even then you can't tell whether it's real or not. So how you authenticate it? You ask them for a password. If they can't give you that password, which they're not going to be able to, then just simply hang up. There's no point in going any further and creating yourself stress and anxiety over something that just never happened.